So, can you please give confirmation? Are you able to see my screen?
Uh, Sir, it's not right
No.
now. It's not there. Yeah, it's coming, sir. It's
Yes.
presenting. Now it's
Yes.
visible, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So today, see, yesterday I have covered the introduction part, features, then applications, how to install Python. Then we just wrote one program without IDE, that is PyCharm. So this is the first program we wrote on our shell. Then we installed PyCharm IDE. Then I created one project, then one file. There I gave a little bit introduction about indentation, comments. So up to this I had covered. So today I'm going to start from identifiers, and I'll finish till modules. But apart from that, I'll just say one thing, that this is not the end. After this also there are a lot of things are there, but due to time constraint, I want to cover at least till modules, so that you all can have at least basics and always work upon your advanced things.
We
So
can interrupt.
yeah,
Actually, I can give you this freedom. If participant wants after this session that something if it is left, we can have another session in some other day during the FDP time. If Mr. Patra, if you give more time also, because it needs your permission, right?
sure, sure,
If I can add another session during the FDP time, and then only I can put another session.
sure, sure. It will be helpful for all.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it,
Thank you.
it depends on the participant response. Accordingly, I can put.
Sure,
After the end of the session, we will have a discussion about that.
sure. Yeah,
Okay, please continue.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. So, identifiers will start now.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Good afternoon, sir. Vidya here, sir.
yes.
I'm taking 11th and 12th, sir, in my school. I'm in a CBC school. Sir, I know Python, but
Okay,
I don't know how to relate this Python with an AI project. In the previous session, we had symbol demos and all. Okay, but I'm not able to relate. How will I write a Python code to do a AI project?
Yeah,
We
Vidya
know this
madam,
basic Python.
I can answer to you. Actually, we have made this curriculum based on the participant experience, because some people are from mathematics background, some people are from physics background, and some are there also from English background. So
Yes.
based on that, I made it. But there are some other sessions we have from industry people. Mm, I can confirm you that in that sessions you can have examples, what you told now, how to develop or solve a problem in AI related areas using Python.
Yes.
And there is Dr. Deepak Panda from Mercedes-Benz, the company. He will be taking care of some real case studies, right? Which will be helpful for you.
In this FTP itself, right?
Sorry?
In this 5 days FTP itself, this will
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
covered.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
If you go through the schedule, you can find it. And Dr. Deepak Panda, tomorrow he has from 2 to 4. Then day after tomorrow also he has 2 to 4.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I hope
Yeah.
because I know some most of the people are from computer science background. Those who are teaching computer science subject in schools, they know the basics of Python. But still, I include this one because of other people. Okay, so Kalinga sir, please continue.
Sure. Thank you. So, first of all, what is identifiers? So, with a layman's term, I can say that which identifies something. So it can be a variable. If I'm talking about programming language, then it can be a variable, function, modules, class, or any other objects. So it's a kind of like a name given to a variable, function, modules, class, so that it can identify something about the respective things. Like for example, you are creating a program for student, then if you are giving the class name as student, then that is the identifier for the class. So there are some rules about it, how you can name one identifier. So the first character should be must be alphabet or underscore. Then a to z small case and upper case a to z is allowed, 0 to 9 is allowed, but not at the first character. Then identifier must not have any kind of special characters apart from underscore. Then identifier name must not be a similar to any keyword, as we had discussed yesterday. So it should not be a keyword. Like suppose you are giving one variable name, then it should not be a keyword. Then for example, student name and student name, so both are different. As I said that it is case sensitive, so you have to be little careful about your identifier naming convention. So as per your choice we can do it, but at least you should not you should be within the rules. You cannot just break the rules and create it. Then some valid identifiers are a123, then underscore n, then n underscore 9. So here both are correct only, but it doesn't it's not a meaningful one. So just be careful while doing the naming convention, so that uh, anybody can come and understand that what exactly this variable is meant for, where exactly it is being used. So suppose I'm writing one program, I can give any name, this is within the rules, but again it should be meaningful to others. So if I'll give some random kind of variable names or identifier names, it's not going to help others, right? So some invalid identifiers are 1a, first character is numeric here, so it is not valid. Similarly, this is special character, we cannot use this one. And here we have white space, or you can say that blank space, so this is also not valid. So this is all about identifier naming convention. So this is just only the rules I'm talking about. And after that we are going to start with the variables, class, functions, modules. We are going to talk about it, so I'm not going to start those things right now, because it is just for the identifiers and the rules, what is identifiers and how you should obey the rules of identifiers. So this is all about identifiers. There is nothing practical here. I'm going to explain after one or two small class in the sense topic. I'm sorry, it should be topic. So identifier is done. Then next is variables. So we had yesterday discussed that variable is a name given to the memory locations. What is the requirement? So generally memory locations is having unique address, and it is in the form of bits 0101 or something like that. So it's very difficult to remember uh, remember the memory address with the help of bits. So that is the reason we are trying to give a suitable name, so that we can understand also, the next person who is coming next to me can understand easily. So Python variable is also known as identifier. As I said that identifier means which identifies something. So here variable is identified by one name. So Python variable is also known as an identifier and used to hold a value. Then you need to specify the we don't have to specify the type, as we have discussed. It's like just use it, integer a integer a, then a equal to 10 is not required. Simply we just use it, a equal to 10, that's it. So we are not declaring it. So Python is very smart enough, and it's an infer language. That is the reason it's called infer language. And what it does is, at the runtime, it declares the variable, declare the data type of the variable, then automatically assigns the data as per the requirement to that particular variable. Then variable names can be group of letters, digits. It is just like same rules like identifiers, but the first letter should not be a digit one. So you can use underscore and alphabets, any alphabets. And same rules like in middle you cannot use your extra special characters. So those things you have to follow here as well. Lowercase and uppercase are well within the rules, you can use them. So same thing, I have written the same thing over here. So it is the same as uh, rules for the identifiers. So next is declaring a variable. So here, how to declare a variable? Let's start some coding now. So oh, I'm sorry, integer a equal to 10. So this is what we are just assigning directly. So what it does is 10.
Sir, can you increase the size? Can you increase the shell size?
It is full screen only. 1 minute. Let me
Zoom,
no
zoom in.
zoom.
Zoom in.
Sir, you zoom your screen. Means the person who is asking to zoom, you can zoom your screen.
1 second, 1 second.
Sir, you can zoom your mobile screen. Patra sir can continue. The person who is having problem can zoom his screen.
I think there should be some font actually. I'm forgetting where exactly it is. I can increase the font actually, but I'm not.
That is from the Windows, sir, not from here. Like if you increase it in the Windows, automatically it will increase, sir. It's okay. Let the whomever who is zooming, they let them do it in their side.
Okay, okay. So this is suppose I'm declaring one variable and 10 is your integer object here. So this variable now refers to 10. So here object reference. So if suppose x equal to 100, so now x is referred to 100. So yesterday I have little bit explained about it at the time of explaining the dynamic memory allocation and how it automatically take the data type. So if x equal to 100, then it does like this. So now if x equal to 100 and y equal to x, so now it is referring to the same object. So it will not create a different object. So here a y equal to for example 100. So I can check my id of x as well as id of y. Okay, so it is referring to the same memory location. So it means it is smart enough to use the same memory locations for multiple variables so that you can save your memory for other purpose. For example, if I'll have something other than 100, now it will create a different it will allocate a different memory locations, and then it will do like this. Now suppose for example, this is called object reference. Object reference it is called. Now for example, same thing I have told this one id functions. I have used id function here. Then I'm just following my this thing sequence so that I should not forget. Yes. So first of all, what we have done here is x is equal to 100 now. Now y equal to x. So if we'll say this, and if you'll print this one, then you'll get the x equal to 100, y equal to 100 also. Then if you'll print the id of x and id of y, you are going to get the same memory location. Then now y is assigned with 200. So now at this place, it will create one more memory location. Then y will refer to the new memory location, which will have 200. So now it will create y equal to 200. Then one new memory location will be allocated to y. So this is all about declaring variables, how it takes automatically, how it does the memory allocation, how it refers. Next is let's take this example. It's very simple. This is a string object. We're assigning it to a variable name. Then this is integer. We are assigning to age. Then this is float, and we are assigning to marks, and we are just printing it out. So there is nothing to explain. It's very simple. First of all, this is if you want to see the type of the object, then print type name, then age, then marks. So it is the first one is string type, the second one is integer type, and the third one is float type. And here, if I'll give something like this, I want to give some complex number, comp number. So this is my variable equal to. So it should be in the form of um, a plus, sorry, 5 plus I 6. So it should be in this form. So now I'm going to take the comp number, and if I'll print it, uh, print
Sir, in place of I, J will come, sir. In mathematics, I is the complex number. For imaginary part, J is being used, sir. 5 plus J 6.
no, I should also work, I believe. 1 minute. No, it will work. 1 minute. Uh, I'm missing something. Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. It should not be like this.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. So make it like 6i. Like its notation is a plus bi.
A plus 6 J, ma'am.
Sir,
J.
I will also work.
I will work. I will work.
Yeah. So yeah, 5 plus 6i or whatever you like. So I should be in last.
1 second. It will work. 1 second. 6 J. If I'll give, I
Yes,
think.
sir. Now it should work. It will work.
Yeah, yeah. Correct. So it should be 6J. Correct. So this part is your real part, and this is your imaginary part. So finally, it is giving 5 plus 6J. This is the complex number, and this is the data type of complex number. Okay. So next is mm, okay. So now, as I said that you can tweak with your variable name within the rules. So this is all valid, but again, it doesn't look good, and it is not meaningful for the next person. If I'm doing it, then it's okay. It is within the rule, but it's not useful for the next person. So if I'll use this one in my program, so definitely it's going to work. See here, it is just assigning a single alphabet to each and every variable, and I'm just printing it. So there is nothing, just to show that this kind of all permutation combinations or slightly you can tweak it as per your requirement, and you can use it. So next is Yes, multiple assignments. So multiple assignments is like in a single line how you can do multiple assignments to multiple variables like this. So x equal to y equal to z equal to 50. It means x, y, z are assigned with 50, and it is done in a single line. So that is the multiple assignments benefit. And suppose you want to have like different values also, then you also can do this using this, but it should be separated by comma. So this 5 will go to a, 10 will go to b, and then 15 will go to c as per the sequence. So then if I'm printing it, I'm getting 5, 10, 15 as per the value of a, b and c. Next is Python variable types. I mean, in most of the language, you will find this local variable and global variable. So let's take this example. This is a good one. First of all, what we are doing is we're calling this function, and this is the definition part of the function. So when it is being called, it is jumping to this function, and here a equal to 20, b equal to 30, and we are calculating c equal to a plus b. So the sum is 50. Now this is local to this function. I cannot use this abc here because the scope of this abc is within this function and the scope is here. Till this point a, b, c are visible. Apart from this a, b, c are not visible. So this is local function, and if we'll try to access it here, print c, then will not get, c is not defined. So outside of this area c is not recognizable. So this is the example of local variable. Then next should be global. Yes, global variable. Here if we'll make it, okay, I'll take the same thing. Okay, now suppose if I'm not doing this one, then what it will do is the main function will get execute first. So when this will be executed by the interpreter, so it will just jump to this location, and before that x equal to 101 it is assigned with. Now print x. So inside this I am just printing x, x equal to welcome to Java T point. This is the way URL I used to follow. I'll tell this URL and all towards the end. So print x. So this 101. So first of all it is printing 101, and then welcome to Java T point. Let me execute now. Yes, it is giving me error because x is assigned here, but it is not assigned here. So it is whenever I'm trying to print this one, it is giving me the error. Okay, and if I'll give something x equal to 40, then it will print 40 here because it is getting 40 from here and it is printing. Next x equal to this one, some text. I'll just giving something. Okay, so I'm giving something like hello. So now print is printing hello. Now outside of this, this x is 101 because it is assigned here. Now one question is, suppose I want to access this value of x inside this, then what I'll do is remove this one and just make it global, so that we are just declaring that this x is global and it should access wherever the x is assigned previously. It should access the same value. Now it will show the same value 101. Now once it is assigned, and now if it is printing 101. Then if I'm assigning x equal to hello, then it is printing x hello. So here it is printing hello. Then once its value gets changed, if I'll access print x, again it will get the latest value. So now 101 is replaced with hello. So this is all about global. Then how to delete a variable. So this is required whenever you are sure that you want to delete a particular variable and you don't want that particular variable at that point of time, I mean after that. So for example, let's comment it. So x equal to 6, then I'm printing x, then printing x. So two times it will print x, 6. Then what I'll do is, suppose I think that this value of x or the variable x is not required anymore. So I can do like this. So using del keyword, I can delete one variable. So if I'm using this, then x will get deleted here. Then if I'm trying to access it after this deletion step or deletion line, then it will throw the error. See, first 6 is printing for this, then it is deleting. Then whenever we are trying to print it, it is giving me x is not defined. So if it is deleted, then if you want, then you give something else. Now it will show you the correct result. So using del keyword, you can delete the variable. So next is, okay, how to print a single variable and multiple variable. It is very simple. A equal to 5, then just print a. So it will just print a 5. Then a equal to 5, b equal to 6. Just it will just print like this. I know it is very simple, but I need to cover these things. So 5, 6. So you can print just you can separate two variables with the help of a comma, and you can print it. And similarly, if you want to print some value randomly, separate variable by comma, so just separate all the values by comma, and you can print like this. So next is, this is all about variable. Then we are going to discuss about tokens. So what is token? So token is the smallest unit of a program. Smallest unit of program means, whenever I'll say, like for example, a equal to 5, b equal to 6. So it means here the smallest unit of program is, first is a. So a is variable, then smallest unit is equal to, so it's an operator, then it's an integer object. Similarly, variable, operator and object, and here is the keyword, and again here is variable and your second variable. So tokens should be like either it's a keyword or identifiers or literals or operators. So in case if it is x equal to 10, here 10 is the literal, and equal to is the operator, and x is the variable. So if you'll print, you can print like this, but again you have to use some keywords, and you can use variables. So types of tokens are these four: keywords, identifier, literals, and operators. So this is all about tokens. Now I'll go to data type. Here we have a lot of concepts. So a equal to 10, b equal to high Python, then c equal to 10.5. So this is all about, like I have already explained that this is the data type I'm talking about. So you have seen before also. So the data type of the first variable is integer, then the data type of second variable is string, and the third variable is float. And here in Python we have these many data types. These are standard data types. First one is numbers, second is sequence type, third is boolean, fourth is set, and fifth is dictionary. So again, numbers data type is divided into three category: integer, complex number, float. Here I would like to mention one thing. Previously in Python 2 we had integer and long integer. So integer was used for smaller number, and long integer was used for bigger number, and it was followed by like L. Like for example, now it is not supporting in newer version. So like for example, suppose I'll give a equal to some big number I'll give, then I have to give like this. So it is now not supporting. That is the reason I'm getting one error. The reason is that in Python 2 it was allowed, in Python 3 it is not allowed. So in Python 2 we had four data types under number category: integer, then long, then complex number, and float. But now in Python 3 we have three: integer, complex number, and float. And in Python 3 we have what is the limitation. Limitation means what is the size of your variable. So Python is giving the freedom that you can store any bigger number like this. I can type, and if I print, it will type. So there is no limitation, because in I mean other programming language like C, C++, Java and all, it is having some limitations. See here, you can type, you can store any big number till your memory gets filled. So there is no limitation at all for integer number. You can store bigger number in Python variable, but we have limitations in C, C++, and Java. So I can enter some few more numbers also, it will still print. There is no limitation. See here, so it is going to print like this. So there is no limitation. So this is all about integer. Then I am going to talk about complex number. So complex number, I had given one example. It should be in the form of a plus bj or whatever, x plus yj, like that. Then sequence type is your sorry, float. So float should be having decimal point. So in float there is one thing you have to remember. You can do that like 10.5. So this is a float number, but this floating number, I mean this float number is accurate up to 15 decimal numbers. So it is quite accurate till 15 decimal number. After this number, I mean after the decimal, after that that there is no accuracy. So that is what they are claiming. So I have never tested it, but that is what they are claiming, that up to 15 decimal number it is accurate. So generally you can use for scientific calculation. So you have to be careful that if you need that much accurate, then you have to give accurate size, or you can say that number of number of decimal after decimal, number after decimal, you have to give up to that point for accurate mathematical calculations. Then you have sequence type. So sequence type in Python is like three categories. One is strings, second is list, and third one is tuple. So we are going to discuss one after the other. So this is I have given the example, but once again, just to cover this thing, I'm giving it here, and I'll give one more concept here also. So A is 5, and it is printing the data type of A. So it's okay. Everyone knows about it. Then B equal to 40.5. So this is also very simple, float. Now this is your complex number. So complex number, suppose you want to check whether the given number is complex or not. In that case, you have to use is instance function. So this is what I was talking about. Is instance function is the function where you can check that whether the given number is complex or not. So you are giving 1 plus 3j, and you are checking whether it's a complex number or not. If I'll give some 5 here, see here, previously it was showing that c is a complex number, true. Now if I'm giving 5 here, then it will give me false. So it is checking whether the given number is complex or not. If I'll revert, then again it will give me the true value here. So it is a complex number. So whenever
Can
you
it
need,
have one, sir? Can it have three variables in the expression, like 2 plus 3j plus 3c, something like that?
2
Complex
plus
number.
3j plus 3c, you're saying?
Yes.
See, generally complex number should stay like this, x plus ij format.
X plus
Or
ij.
yeah, that is the complex number format. So you can do that, but again it's not it will lose its identity. It will not be complex. So it should be in the form of 1 plus 3j. So
Okay.
generally it is very helpful. I believe in quadratic equation you will have multiple roots. So there you are using complex number, if I am not wrong. So there you are using a plus minus root over of something, some calculation I'm forgetting. So you have to use that function, and you are going to get plus as well as minus. You are going to get two roots of quadratic equation. So there you are going to use it. So you cannot use like this. You cannot use it. Should be in the form of a plus bj or whatever. I mean, it should be in the form of this.
Sir,
Yes.
these instance works only on constants, is it?
Your voice is not clear, ma'am.
Um, Please, in that you have to give only a constant and the data type, is it?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Still, it is getting
Okay.
echoed, and okay, I'm sorry for that. I was unable to hear it properly. Uh, so maybe towards the end of the session, you can ask that question. We'll see that. So this is all about normal like integer, float, and complex number. And next is you have sequence type string. Then what string does in Python? So string is a like collection of characters inside quotation mark. So the quotation mark you can use single quote, double quote, and triple quotes. So let's use this one and see. This is the first string is inside double quotes. So it is printing perfectly all fine string using double quotes. A multi-line string also you can use it. You can do like this also, like x equal to single quote also. I'm just giving one small example to just explain it. So single quote is also going to work. See this, and single line also using using triple quotes. Suppose hello. Here, what you have to give is 1, 2, 3, 3 triple quotes. Now, if you so, this is also a valid one. So it is printing all right. So the next one is doing some operations on strings. It is
Sir,
really,
when do the developers know when to use single string, single quotes, or triple quotes?
ma'am, it also depends upon the requirement. If you feel that yes, this is I need. There is no much difference between single quotes and double quotes, right? So you can do the
Yes,
same
I
thing.
know there is no difference, sir. The answer is also working fine. But as a developer, when I'm writing a program, how should I decide when to use single quotes, when to use double quotes or triple quotes?
Ma'am, I have an answer for your question. Probably for a smaller string like a single word or something, use a single quotes. If a line of sentence you are writing, the characters, that time you use the double quotes. And if it is more than a line, a paragraph you are giving it, that time use it triple quotes. That's how most of the time I use it.
Actually, single quotes and double quotes needs to be mixed. Like when I want to use escape sequence, I want to write somewhere like Rohan's house, isn't it? So there
Yeah.
I want to use that single quote as part of the string there if we will be using mixed of
Sangeeta ma'am, I can understand that is the escape sequence. While doing the
Yes,
escape
yes,
sequence, we use that single
yes.
quotes. But I think Asma is asking about the basics, how to use the single quotes, double quotes, and
But
triple
it
quotes.
doesn't matter whether we are writing single quotes. It means if I'm using one character with single quote or double quote, it doesn't matter. Yes, triple quote, you are right. Triple quote is used for writing multiple lines, multi-line string if I have to make.
That's
Because,
what I told.
but I feel like that might be
See,
wrong.
Okay, let's
actually,
proceed.
I have never seen any such difference. Actually, honestly speaking, whatever you're saying that can be done. I mean, that is you think that if I'm using small character, then I can small string, then I can use single quote. But there is no difference is going to make, right? There is no such difference. Definitely, you can use it, but I mean, you don't have to decide as long as you're your program is working. As long as your program is working, then I don't think you should be worried about single quote, double quote, or triple quotes.
Yes, yes,
If I'm
exactly.
not wrong.
Answer just to add to it that if you are writing something and in your statement double quote is there, then use single quote for the string. And if you're in
Correct.
your statement a single quote is there, then use double quote for the string.
No,
Uh,
you can use escape sequence also for that.
yeah, that's also true.
Yes, so I mean, facilities are given for you are free to use these kind of things, but there
Yes.
is no such restrictions and there is no rules that you should use this. I mean, this place you should use single quote or you should use double quote some other place or some other place triple quotes. There is no restrictions as per my knowledge, whatever I
Yes.
have learned or I have done. So I have never faced those kind of you know situation where it has to be specific. If I need some kind of escape sequence in between, then definitely I can use that escape sequence, but I have no issues as such while developing something or while doing my programming. So you are free to use.
Okay, sir.
It is
Okay,
just a
sir.
kind of
Thank you.
facilities.
Fine, sir.
Yeah, yeah, thank you very much, thank you. Then yes, thank you, Jivana Prada. Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, I'm not looking at chat, so I'm very sorry for that. I'm just looking at my screen. So definitely, I'll try to catch up. Uh, Thank you very much. So now we're going to do some kind of operations. I'll tell you what exactly it is meant for, and definitely it is going to helpful for you because in programming you need some kind of tweaking your string. So this tweaking is very much needed. For example, if you're getting some string and out of string you are looking for date. So suppose your time format is hour, minute, seconds, and something, some extended value if it is coming. And if you want to have only hour and minute, then you can always convert it into string, then slice it. So what is slicing? So slicing is like using this operator, this colon operator. You can do the slicing, or you can say that this is the slicing operator used in Python's string. So now suppose it is, I'll give some good name here. Okay. Okay. Hello Python and how are you? So these are the two string right now I have. So first of all, it is printing he. So it means hello. It starts with 0, as you might have seen that array and all in C programming. So there always your index starts from 0. Here also in string it starts from 0. So the index of h is 0, e is 1, and subsequently 0 1 2 3 4 whatever the size of the string you have, it will go on like that. So if I'm printing 0, then up to 2 I want to go, then 0h. At zeros index I have h, then at first index I have e, then l. It is not going to print the value at index 2. Reason is it is always upper index minus 1. So just be careful. Suppose you want to have this third also hel, then you should give one more index. So it is always the higher index is always -1. So hel. So just be careful, and while doing your operation you have to be careful that you are giving correct up to correct index, so that it will not cut off your last character. So now str1 of 4. So this is 0 1 2 3 4. So this is the fourth element, or this is the this o is the fourth uh, I mean o is sitting at fourth place, or you can say that the if it is starting with
Index.
fourth index, yes, it is starting from 0, but actually it is sitting on fifth place, but as per the index it is 4. So you have to be careful. So it is like very simple if you are from C programming background. So then this operator, this is asterisk you can say, or multiplication, but generally it is we are saying it is repetition operator here. So if I'm using
Replicating.
repetition. So if I'm giving str1 into 2, then it will do two times repetition. So it will just give hello Python and hello Python. So there is no space here. So what we'll do is I'll just give one space over here, so that I'm getting space here also. Okay, so this is for repetition and this is for concatenation. This is also very much common. You might have seen your basic programming language. So str1 plus str2. So using plus operator, we can concatenate. So this is concatenation operator. So the next is uh, yes, list. So we have covered list. Okay. So with that, I'll just go through quickly on the slides also, because I mean there is nothing in the slide. It is just the points that I'm covering. Like for comments, it is single line comments and multi-line comments. And the next slide is all about. I can make it a little bit big. Yes, so that all can see. Okay, so now as I've already discussed that what is identifier, then rules of defining identifiers or writing that identifiers, then variables, what is variable, some definitions, then how what is the rules to name a variable, then how to declare it, how the object reference work, how ID function work. All these things I have already discussed. So don't be like confused that those are not covered. So I have covered everything. Then multiple assignments, then Python variable types, local variable and global variable, then deleting a variable, then one second this. Okay, now printing single and multiple variables with comma we can print. So the next is tokens I have discussed. This is the smallest unit of a program and it is of four categories: keywords, identifier, literals, operators. Then data types I have discussed. Standard data types are numbers, sequence, boolean, set and dictionary. And again, numbers are categorized into integer, float, complex number. Sequence is categorized to strings, list and tuple. So next is keywords. We are going to discuss about it, but currently we are here in data type. So let's go back to our sheet, I mean Word document, where we can continue. So first one, list is done. Now we'll discuss about sorry, string is done. So now we'll discuss about list. So list in Python is same as array, but additionally in C it was having the array can get only homogeneous data. So when I say homogeneous data means either integer or the character strings, those are, but it cannot have like mixed kind of data. But here in Python, list can have different types of data. So it is written that it can contain data of different types. When I say different types means here we can hold integer, then your strings, your list, everything we can hold in a single list. I'm going to tell you how is it. So then all the elements are separated by comma and enclosed within a square bracket. And slicing operator, I have given this example in list also. Again in sorry, I have given this example in string also. Again this slicing operator also present in list, and it's going to work same as string. So let's take example. Then plus and repetition operator, this is your concatenation operator and this is your repetition operator, will work same as like in string. So let's take this example and understand it. There is nothing extra here. It will be like similar to string. So I'm creating just one list within a square bracket and all the items are separated by comma, and first is your integer, second is your string, third is your string, and fourth is your uh, again integer. So if I'll try to see the data type of list 1, then it is giving me list, right? So it is giving me list. Then I'm printing, so it is printing the whole list here. Now using this slicing operator, what I want is I want to print from third index. So 0 1 2 3, third index to last. So here this is the end. So that is the reason I'm getting only 2, because there is no element after this. So it is getting finished here. So it will again start from 0 0 index, and it will go on 0 1 2 3 like string. Similarly 0 to 2 same thing, 0 and 1 will print, so 1 and high is printing over here, same thing as string. Then your concatenation operator, you can concatenate to list here, so it is concatenating same list, so it is just it is printing the first one, again concatenating with the same list, so here it is. Then it is your repetition operator, so it will be repeated thrice, first, second, and then third. Okay, so it is repeating thrice. So this is, I think, about a list. Do I have anything? No, that's it for the time being. But we have altogether a different, different section for list. We're going to discuss a lot of things there. So let's go to tuple. So here tuple is like list only, but the difference is it can contain different data types, same thing. But the difference is once you create a tuple, you cannot modify it. So item separated with comma and closed in parenthesis. I'm going to tell you what is the difference. So it is read-only data structure. As I said that once it is created, you cannot modify once it is created. So that is the difference from that is the difference between tuple and list. I'm sorry.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, in list, can we take a special character also, like plus sign, star sign, like that?
So you have to take in a what do you call that, in a string, that you can do.
String
Like for
only.
example, one
Like
second.
I want to print 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 like that. So plus sign will be as a string only, no?
1 minute. Let me explain first. Then okay.
If not double quote, we can use it.
See here. Okay, so you can do this. But what do you want? Can you please repeat? 1 plus 2 plus like that.
Like I want to print 1 plus sign should be there. 1 plus 2 plus, not addition. It is
Then
just
you can concatenate. You can concatenate using plus operator. You can concatenate. You can do like this. Did I answer your question? Are you
but it is
satisfied?
We
not, it is not
yes,
showing up.
we can print anything by writing it in double quotes. So if you want
But
to
sir,
write 1 plus 2 plus,
it is
then we will write
no
that
no.
in print.
It is showing
In print, plus should be
no.
in quotes.
It is showing quotes also, na. Along
Okay.
with star, it is showing quotes also. I don't want quotes.
Okay. So can
Actually,
I?
there is a string. That's why it is showing code, sir. Actually, it is a string. That's why it is showing code. If you want to print integer like 1 plus 2 plus, then it is not possible, man, because that is not a string and operator cannot be used in the list.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That
Because
that that
asterisk
that
is
I was
not
asking.
coming into your data type. See,
Yes.
So
simple asterisk.
that we
Simple
can do
asterisk.
using loop. Through loop, we can access individual element, and then in print statement, we can write plus within
Correct.
quotes. That will help us to do
Correct.
that.
Correct. 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 You have to do like that. Because asterisk is here. See, asterisk is not coming under integer, and if you don't want to give double quotes, then it is not treated as string. Then how your what is the data type for asterisk? How the computer will know? You have
Okay.
to give
So,
double quotes here, right?
so for that printing, what we have to do, sir?
You have to modify, you have to tweak your print statement.
Okay. Sir, I think her question is she wants to print 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So she has to declare that 1, 2, 3, 4 in list, under list as 4 element,
Wait, wait,
and
wait,
then
wait.
you
I got
print
it.
it.
I
Yeah.
got it. You can
Yeah.
you can you can use for loop for that. Then inside for loop, give one print. It will take the variable. Then your that plus symbol.
Okay.
It can be done. It can be done.
So with if you don't mind, sir, with 2 element only you can you show, sir.
1 second. Give me 1 second. List. Okay. Uh, example 1, 2, 3.
So we can do it like this. Just can you write one line print? We will write it directly print. We will not use for loop. We will write print, and then in bracket we can write a list of 0, comma, then in single quotes
Yes,
or
yes. That
double
also
quotes
can be done.
plus,
No,
isn't it?
I mean for small numbers, I mean for loop is not required. You can directly print it. But if you have multiple numbers like big numbers, then always you can traverse like that. So
No,
what you are
I'm
saying?
telling just to show if you want to see how it will print. just to see that we can do it directly here.
Yeah. Sure.
List
I'll
of
do that.
0,
I'll do that. Yeah, got it. Yes, list of zero. You are absolutely correct. Then comma,
comma, in single
then
quotes plus or double
whatever.
quotes,
Single
whatever
quote
be,
or
any one we can use. And
yes,
then comma, then list of 1,
yes,
and that way we can continue.
yes. So see, actually, you'll get multiple ways to do it. So it is up to you how you want to do it, and depending upon the scenario, as you said that you have here less numbers, so you can do like this. Okay, but suppose you have more number, then that case maybe for loop will be the best solution, right?
Yes, sir. For more number, for loop is best.
Yeah, so you can do like this. See here, 1 into 2 into
Yes,
3.
sir. Yes, sir. So that exactly I wanted, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
okay,
sir. Thanks
okay.
a lot, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so now uh, I was in tuple, right? Oh, sorry, list was done. Okay, so this is all about list. Now tuple, for tuple, what I mean, as I said that it is like read-only data structure. You cannot modify. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll create one tuple and we'll do some operations, and then finally we'll try to modify the tuple and see that whether it is modifiable or not. So I'm just creating one tuple here. Then I'm printing the data type of tuple. It is printing. Then it is printing the items inside the tuple. Then again, same like slicing also work here. One till end. So here again I'm printing hi. Uh, 1 minute. This is printing full 0 and 1. Yes, 1 to last. So 1 0 1. So last means here 2 is there, but it is always, as I said, that it will be upper bound minus 1. So higher value minus 1 for the last. So that is the reason it is printing only hi. 1 second. I'm sorry. This index starts from 1. Index starts from 1. 1 second. This is slightly data type. Okay, Python 2. No, index starts from 0 and it is printing here Python 2. So it is printing from 0 to 1 means 0 and 1. I mean higher value will not considered. Then it will print high, and for this it will print from 1 to last. So it will print Python and 2. So this is the value for this one, and this is the output for the second one. So it is printing only high. Then again the concatenation operator plus, then the repetition operator work will it is as same as like as list and strings. Now one very important thing is here, like in print we can access like this. Okay, so now what I want is it should change the value. So my tuple should change the value. It should change my first element. I'm sorry, to change my first element to, it is now high, it should change it to hello. Okay, so can I do this? No, I cannot do this. Tuple object does not support item assignment. So this is the important point here. So tuple is read-only data structure. So you can read it, you cannot modify. Yes, any question, anybody?
Uh, yes, sir. Actually, in a list and a tuple, in both the cases, there are the three parameters separated by the colon signs. The first parameter is the start value, and the second parameter is the stop value, and the third parameter is the step value. If we
Yes,
want to
yes,
print,
yes.
I think you will continue in that one. That's why I was not talking about that one. And this is tuple is immutable, and that is list is mutable. That's why
Yes,
we cannot change the value and addition or
yes,
deleting.
yes. You are correct. You are correct. Yeah, thank you. You people are really, interactive, and you're adding a lot of things. Thank you very much. So, in tuple, this,
Hello,
yes,
sir.
ma'am.
Can you give a real life scenario where we can should use tuple and where we should use list
Nice
so we can
question.
give?
Nice question.
It's thank you.
So, for example, uh, I can give one example like suppose you have months in a year, right? So months in a year should be Jan to December, right? So there it's not going to change anything. So it should be read-only data structure once it is created. So for that you use tuple. You got my point? Similarly, for week starts from Sunday to Saturday, right? So there it's not going to change. So whenever you have fixed something, then use tuple there. You want to fix your requirement from the beginning. So apart from those 7 days, your tuple should not take anything else, and it should not be modifiable. Nobody should come and modify that one. Are you getting my point? Is it? I mean, am I okay? I mean, did I get your questions and answer properly?
If I'm not wrong, adding on to this,
Yeah.
when the students are doing a project, if they want to like you are doing some department wise something, so the
Hmm.
college has certain departments available. So the student
Correct.
has to create the department list of departments to be displayed
Yes.
for the
Yes.
selection. That
Yes.
time there are
Yes.
no more department can be added. That time you can choose a chapel,
Yes.
right?
No more departments. Yes. No more subjects. Suppose in plus two
Right.
we have physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology. Then I mean some third optional, fourth optional. So we have some certain boundary, right? So whenever you
Correct.
want to fix the boundary, there you use it. Use a tuple. So if there is no boundary, anybody can assign something and modify something. There you used list.
So if we are very specific about our input, then
Yes.
we can go for the tuple.
Correct. 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 Is it
Sir,
clear?
I also have a doubt, sir, if you can clear it, please.
Yes. Yes. Sure.
So, I have doubt regarding how tuples and lists are stored. As much as I know that lists require more space, and there's something like that the storage for lists is in fixed size and is in some other variable length. Can you please put some give some clarity on that?
Uh, you're saying that list takes a lot of space. You're saying?
So that much I know about that, since we have to do append operations and extend operations methods, so as to so that we over allocate in case of lists. That much I understand, sir. But something like I have read that in case of list we have fixed storage and variable length storage, and that is why work regarding storage is more complex in lists as compared to tuples. When we see the differences between tuples and lists.
See,
May I
actually,
say something, sir?
yeah, sure, sure.
I feel that people are getting confused about list and tuples. What I have understood that list can be extended, but the tuple cannot.
Exactly.
It cannot be rewritten. Once it
Yes,
is declared, it is
yes.
declared. Am I
That is
clear?
the
Am
reason.
I okay?
Yeah, that is the reason we call it as read-only data structure.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
ma'am, I mean Kanika ma'am asked that
And
whether list is taking more space. So honestly speaking, I never tested with the space because generally, the requirement is like where to use tuple. So we are not bothering about space and all. So I'm very sorry for that. Honestly, I'm telling you the answer.
okay,
So I have
okay,
never checked with the storage place, how much storage place it is taking. But
okay,
definitely list is for like where you want to modify something, you want to change your data, and where you don't want to change your data, you want to fix the data, there you use your tuple.
yes,
So
yes, sir.
apart from that, I never seen any
Okay,
difference as
okay,
such
sir. Okay, sir.
considered to storage. Maybe,
No, no
I mean,
problem.
I didn't read that one
Uh,
from anywhere.
So adding
Okay,
on here, like as she said, yes, the tuples will take lesser space than list, but at the same time, because they are immutable, they are immutable.
yes, yes,
So
So
sir.
ma'am,
Python
my
allocates
question is,
memory to the tuples in terms of the larger blocks, because after that you cannot change anything in the
Yes.
tuple.
Ma'am,
Like
that thing is clear to me.
whereas
ma'am,
in the list it allocates as and when needed. If you use append, it will increase the size
Yeah.
since
So
because
that
they
I
are
understand, ma'am. I had
yeah.
read something like
Hmm.
the list has like two slots, variable length and fixed length. So I
Hmm.
just needed more clarity on that. If somebody knew, it's
Oh,
fine, ma'am. Thank
okay.
you.
No,
Okay.
Because
actually, what I
I
know
have not
is,
read about this anywhere
see,
else.
what I know is, see, in list, suppose, for example, if you are working like this, so this will take fixed length for integer. Okay, then it will take some length for character. Then Python, this string will take some character, and some string it will take, and some fixed length it will take. So in place of list, if I'm going to use tuple, how it is going to take more space? I'm not sure about it. So
So
it
No,
in
should
sir.
not
tuple,
take
we
more
No,
need
sir.
less
space.
space.
Tuple is always a fixed length. List will be list. You can copy the
Oh,
tuple to the list,
yeah,
but when
yes,
you
yes,
append, it will become a variable length. That's how it
correct.
works.
Yeah, now
Because
you are
we need
correct
to have.
because here the question is whether the length can be shrink or can be enlarged or not, right? So that can be done.
Yes.
But list is not going to take more space. Suppose I'm having this data, right? So if I'm having this data for list, and if I'll put in tuple also, it will take same data only. But the condition is, if I want to add one more data to list, then definitely the space will increase, right? Your memory will increase, right? Because you are storing one more data into it, right?
So one example I had
Sir, can we try
read.
the size of operator so that our doubt
Yes,
will be
size of
clarified
operator.
using the
So that
size
is
of
what I
operator?
was coming to.
Can
If
we
you
try?
can make me the size of operator, size of function, sir,
We
then
will
you will
we
be
will
able to
take
know.
one tuple and one list with the same values, same number of elements, and we'll print the size of tuple and the list. Is it if time permits, we can do that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'll do right now, but size of I never
That
used it.
makes a difference, sir. For the list,
Yeah,
it
yeah, I
is
know that.
different,
I
and
know that.
yeah.
I
Mm.
know that. But again, I need to check. Uh,
So let with two three elements, we just quickly we can create a tuple and a list, and we'll print the size of the tuple dot size of.
one second, one second, one second. Give me. Will it give me? So list dot size of size of its not list object.
Size of also there is a syntax size of. Uh, Let me try.
Size of I think it is not here. Maybe
It's something like underscore size of, sir,
Uh,
underscore.
one second, one second, one second.
List dot underscore size of underscore. That's how it is given in a reference.
But I could not execute it, ma'am. I tried using this
Mm.
function.
Ma'am, I
Mm.
It
think
didn't
it
work.
is double underscore. I think it's double underscore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe,
it's
ma'am.
little lengthy. Yeah, that is
Because
double
single
underscore.
underscore wasn't working.
List name dot double underscore size of double underscore function.
Yeah, yeah, it's coming. But how come it is coming 104? That
It's
is
a
what.
it's a it's a, it's a size. It's allocated.
Yeah, yeah,
Some
got it, got it.
yeah.
Dot. Mhm. Is this the one you are looking for?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so it's taking 48.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So she is asking about this clarification.
See, actually, from my perspective, what I'll say is it is taking the same data. It should not take more, memory.
No, sir. So this much I am clear about
Mhm.
that in Python, when lists are declared or lists are created, they are given more space as compared to a tuple. Although the size of the elements will be the same, even if same amount of elements, same data types are there. But in case of lists, over allocation is done so as to accommodate the operations of appending and insertions in the list so that we have space there. Only my question was I did not have the clarity how that space is divided. So I had read somewhere that that space, the over allocated space for a list, is
Mhm.
in two parts: fixed length and variable length. So I was not clear about that, so that is why I asked. But the size of the, I got the clarity. I was trying it with single underscore. So thank you, ma'am, for clarifying that doubt of mine.
To keep
One
remember, we
second.
can consider it as a variable and constant. We can say a list as a variable and the tuple is a constant, so that it will contain the same length always.
See, actually, what you are saying that could be a reason, but again, I mean, I have never read anything such like that. So maybe it is because of they want to make it flexible for list, and tuple is we are not going to do any kind of changing
It
the
is like
data
a
and all.
constant, no?
Yeah,
It's like
that is the reason
constant.
we are making it fixed. So that could be a reason, but definitely I'm going to check about more on this, and definitely it's a new thing for me, so I'll check it out. Okay, and as you said that it's showing different value, so it is taking lesser memory in case of tuple, and definitely it's taking more memory in case of list. And the reason could be the operation that we are uh, we can do with the list. So that could be a reason, as you said. You are correct. So is it okay now? I mean, shall I go
Yes,
ahead?
sir. We will proceed. We will get the answer somewhere. Like, well, by the time we finish the thing, somewhere we will get the answer. We will
Yes.
proceed,
Yes,
sir.
please. Sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So now tuple I have completed. So next is dictionary. So dictionary is very simple. Let's do one example. So here dictionaries, it will have one key. This is key, and this is value, and this is key. This is value. This is key, value, key, value. And here in this case, all keys are integer. So if I'll have one more key like age, then I should keep it inside the single quote, and then my value like 28. So this is quite simple. I think you will not have any kind of doubt on this. Whenever it is integer, there is no single quote, and whenever there is one key is having a string, then you have to give single quote over here. Then you can print it. Then first element, I mean, if not first element, the key element here d1 means it will search this one, Jimmy. Then 4 will search 1 2 3 4, this is the one, Mike. So with this key it is going to search. If I'll give age here, age, then it's going to give me okay, again I need to give its first name is Jimmy. Did I clicked? Okay, 1 minute. Yes, first name is Jimmy. Second, look at, okay, not integer. Okay, it is unable to find with the key. Can I give 5 here? Yes. So it is because of the formatting. So you need to little bit tweak it. Otherwise, it is working. It should search with age. Okay, so it's fine. So this is all about dictionary. So in dictionary you'll have key value pair, and each key value pair should be separated by comma. So this key value pair is separated by comma here, and it is separated from this, and again you have to give comma, then third, then fourth, and so on. So next is, yes, these two things I left actually. Yes, so if you want to type only the keys, then you can do like this. D dot keys will give you all the keys, 1 2 3 4, and age. See here, and the values are Jimmy, Alex, John, Mike, then 28. So you can do like this. The next is Boolean. So here, uh, 1 second. Okay, Boolean. So here Boolean is true and false. So here true means 1 and false means 0. So you'll get to know. So the data type it is printing true. It is data type is boolean. This is boolean also for this two. And if I'll use like this, then it's not going to work because this f is small here. If I'll give false, then it will just give me the output false here. Okay. And just to clarify your doubt, might be you're having true plus 10. Then I'll give print x. So it's going to print 11 because it is taking true as 1. 1 plus 10 is 11. Similarly for false, y equal to false plus 10. So it's going to print the same 10 because false value is 0. So it is going to print 10. From here, you conclude that true is 1 and false is 0. Next is set. So set is unordered collection of data types you might have seen in mathematics. So there is no proper order. So we can iterate, modify. We can iterate, modify, but in tuple only we cannot modify. So rest, list and set we can modify, and we can iterate. We can just traverse with all the elements. It has unique elements. Yes, that is true. You cannot repeated elements are not allowed. The order of the element is unidentified. So the order, as I said, that it is on ordered collections. So let's take one example. It is enclosed by curly brackets and separated by comma. Each element is separated by comma. So let's take this example and see. Okay, now here it is. It is initialized with James 2, 3 Python, and now it is printing here. Now it is adding 10 to this set. So then here it is. If it is printing somewhere in the middle. So it means it is not in a proper order. So this is the reason they call it as unordered collections. So even though you are adding at the, after the list, then it is adding somewhere else in the middle. So now if I want to remove 2, then I have to give like this. I want to remove 2, then 2 will get removed from this. Then when I'm printing, 2 is not there. If I'll give 10 here, then 10 will get removed. Yes, now 10 got removed. So this is add and remove function works with the set. And this is all about your data types, right? So yes, so this.
Sir, you mean to say in a set when we are adding a number, so randomly it will occupy any index?
See here, see this. If you'll go by definition, so set is the collection of unique elements, right? So mathematically, it is collection of unique elements. But that
No,
particular element, if you're adding, where it is going to, put, you never know. So that is the reason they call it as unordered collections. There is no
now
proper
this list
order.
we are having only
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
this list we are having only few elements, like 5 elements. Now suppose scenario where we are having more data. So
Uh-huh.
in that case, if we are adding, how are we going to identify the location?
Yeah, I'm going to 1 minute. I'll show you. I'll show you 1 minute. So currently we're here. We are going to uh, set in detail here. Definitely. Okay, let me jump to that section also.
You can use the find function for that.
You want to find, or you want to
No,
you want
she
to
wants to know if it is a bigger set. How do I identify that where my new item is included? So in that case, you can use the find of whatever you have.
yes, yes,
Yeah, position. That position it will show the position for you.
yes, yes. Okay,
Okay.
so quickly we need to go to next section. So keywords is very simple. It is like, reserved words have a special meaning. You cannot change, you cannot use that keyword for other purpose. So keyword is like, it is fixed. You cannot use it for other purpose. And if you have to see, then go to your CMD prompt. Then I'll show you one thing here, Python. Then here, if I'll say help, one second, help. Yes, I'm getting help prompt now. So inside that, if I'll use keywords, So these are the keywords in Python we have. Okay, so you can always check all these keywords. So a few of the keywords we have used: false, you have used here del, we have used to delete, break and for, we are going to check that one. Then other things like else, we are going to check. So none also we have checked, we have already checked. And from, we can check is in operator, sorry, the keyword we can use. Then try and exceptions we can use, while, for loop, then pass, raise, return. So all these keywords are there, and you should not use this word for your uh, you know your personal requirement. These are reserved words. Okay. Yes.
The print is not a keyword. Print is
So see, there is little bit confusion. Even generally, print is a function. So like sqrt, whenever it is there inside the math, it's a function. You cannot say that it's a keyword. Is it correct? Am I correct? The audience, what do you say? Anybody has any inputs here?
Very true. If it's followed by the bracket sign, it's a function.
Yes,
Otherwise,
yes,
it's
yes, yes, yes. So it's a function. I mean, don't confuse yourself. Like, see, it's a simple keyword. Keyword should not be a function, and function should not be a keyword. That's it. So if you're using sorry, your brackets like help here, or I have used here help. So it's a simple, function. It's not a keyword, right? So don't be confuse yourself. Don't confuse yourself here. You just say that if these are the reserved words, then it's a keyword. So here print is not reserved word, rather it's a function. Did I answer your question? Shall I go? Shall I go ahead?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
yes,
thank
sir.
you, thank you, thank you. So these are the reserved words in Python you have. So you can always come and see what are the keywords you have. Local, global also I have discussed. So here it is global, local should be there somewhere. Uh, okay, local is not there. By default it is local. So local is not there. Sorry, it's a global only we have. Then we are going to discuss about keywords is done. Then we are going to discuss about literals. I have to pick up the speed because I need to complete. So literals, we have string literals, numeric literals, boolean literals, spatial literals, and literal collections. So literals means it's a constant, or you can say that it is assigned to a variable, or it's a kind of data given to the variable. So this is one literal, this is string, this is also string. Numeric literals are like this. So it can be like binary, decimal, octal, and hexadecimal form. You please go and check. You have a lot of things to learn. Generally we have seen our, you are if you are from mathematical background, definitely, I mean, most of the people are from mathematical background, I believe. Then you might have seen in uh, maybe plus 2, 11th, 12th, or maybe you might have seen in your engineering if you are from engineering background. So then float literals, it is 100.5. Then this is with the exponent. Then your complex literal, this is also I have discussed a little bit. So here literals means constant. So okay, and if you want to print this one, okay, so here I want to show slightly, it is needed now. So I'm going to tell what is x is not defined. Okay, we have to remove this and this. Okay, so here a is the variable and it is containing the whole complex number. Then a dot imag, this is the imaginary part. So this will print 3.14. See here it is printing 3.14. And a dot real. So the first part is real. So it is printing 5.0. Now I have a question for you all. Why it is printing whenever I'm trying to print a dot imag? Why it is printing? Okay, it is 3.14. Suppose I'll cut this one. Okay. So why it is printing in a decimal? Can anybody tell what is the reason? A.imag is printing in decimal form, and
Because imaginary and real will have a decimal part by default.
yes, by
Yeah.
default, because as I
Yeah.
said that it is being used in for like complex calculations, finding the roots and all. And whenever you are finding the roots, definitely you have to consider the decimal part also. So that is
Sir,
the reason.
So here adding on to that function and the keyword difference,
Mhm.
whenever there is a function, there will be a set of instruction to be executed based on the
Exactly.
function name.
Yes,
Whereas a
yes, yes.
keyword is already predefined instance of a function,
Mhm.
like which the compiler can directly understand, interpreter or compiler can directly understand that this keyword has to do this job. So
Correct.
that is already
So,
defined.
yes,
So that's
yes.
the major
For
difference between a keyword and a function, if
see,
I'm
let
not wrong.
one more thing I want to add here. See, keyword is simple, like what it should do. Then complex is like, the function is like what kind of operation it should do. Now for print, it is defined in the Python
Libraries,
interpreter.
yeah.
In Python interpreter, what it is supposed to do, the definition of this function is already defined, and similarly the definition of the keyword is already defined. So here the keyword will be have is one definition, particular definition, but here the function definition could be like, multiple instructions,
Correct.
it could be written in print. So that is the difference between functions and keyword.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for adding. Now data type is completed. So I'm closing this one, and literals, I'm going to check this one. Yes, true or false. Like, see, as I told that true value is one. Just place one in place of true and zero in place of four. So now if I'm placing one in case of true, then one equal to one. So logically it is correct. So x will be assigned with true. X is true whenever I'm printing here. Then similarly 0, this I can place 0 in place of false. 2 equal to 0, no. Now y is assigned with false and it is printing y is false. Similarly for z, so 3 equal to 1, no. Then it is false. Now it is printing false here. Okay, similarly I have showed you this a b 0 plus 10, 1 plus 10 and 0 plus 10. I have showed you this. Then I'll go to the next one. Yes, you have one special literal. So this is, there is only one special literal. Literal is a constant and it is none in Python. Okay, so this can be used wherever you want explicitly none to be assigned to a
Excuse me, sir.
variable.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you just show the output for previous ones, that 10 plus true and that I missed
Okay,
somewhere?
sure, no issues. Okay, so actually I didn't show you here because I have already explained. No issues. Yes, A is 11 and B is 10. Is it clear?
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. And here this is actually needed when you want to start your variable as none. Okay, so it's a special literal and it is only none. So again, this none you cannot write like this. Okay, so it is not defined, so it should be none. Okay, so next is literal collections. Collections I have already discussed. List, tuple, dictionary, set. So there is no additional things here. So here only the literal means constant. So one list is like this, and it is going to print same thing. Concatenation operator, we are going to use it. So it is same. There is no difference at all. So I'm not taking much time here. Dictionary, key value pair, I have showed one example for this. This is name, so that is the reason I'm keeping it inside single quote. And this is the key and this is the value. This is key value, separated by comma and enclosed by bracket. So this is all about dictionary literal. And I'm talking about this. What are the literal collection you have? List, tuple, dictionary, and set. So dictionary is completed. Tuple, I have discussed same thing. There is no additional things. These are all one tuple literal we are talking about here. Then set, same thing. Apple, grapes, guava, papaya. So for this we're creating one set using curly bracket, and we're just printing it. So these are all about literals. So now I'll quickly jump to operators. Again, operators, you know, everyone, I think it is very simple. From C, C++, Java, we are using it. So there is no much difference. Arithmetic operators, we have types of, I mean, 7 types of operator. Arithmetic operators, comparison operators, assignment, logical, bitwise, membership, identity. So these are all arithmetic operators. These are all comparison operators. These are all assignment operators. So there is no difference at all. Then bitwise operation. So the bitwise operation, generally it is used bit by bit operation. Like for example, if it is in 010101 form, then you can do bitwise operations there. And after that we have logical operators, and or not. Then membership operator, we have in, not in. Identity operator, is not. Then operator precedence is, like for example, in a single expression, what is the, you know, order it should calculate.
Sir, can you give one example of application of bitwise operators? Actually, we have not used, means I have not
That's
used.
right. Actually, yeah, we haven't used it, but bitwise operation, you can say that whenever you are doing some kind of like I haven't used it, but generally I can tell you that in electronics, suppose for example, in your circuit, if you want to change or if you want to check the signals, so in that case you can use that one. But I haven't used it honestly, I'm telling you. So generally it is I mean, in electronic circuit you can use that one, but I have never used it. So I
Okay,
can
sir.
at least tell you like that, because it is in the form of 01. And suppose you are designing some kind of circuit, so if you want to save one variable, like you might have seen, I'm forgetting that one, we had one calculator. I mean, we are doing some microprocessor in our engineering. So there we had add sub, we are doing some microprocessor calculations. So there also we have some concepts like this bitwise operations, we were doing it. So there I mean, that is the application, you can say, in case of electronics, you know, more often you can use that. Okay.
Fine.
So then shifting also, left shift, right shift, you can use in electronics also. I mean, you have to find your application area, but honestly I have never used it. So normal programming I generally do, so I never used any bitwise operator anywhere. So then logical operators are and, or, not. Then membership, in, not in, is not. Then we have order of precedence, or you can say that order of calculations, which will be calculated first and which will take the next one. So now this is the first preference, this is your exponent, this is your negation, unary plus, unary minus. Then your multiplication, divide, modulus, remainder. It should be modulus actually. I think it is a spelling mistake. Okay. Then okay, it's giving me error. Okay. Then reminder, it should be remainder. Okay. Then float division. Then plus minus, binary plus, binary minus, left shift, right shift. This is the bitwise operator we were talking about. Then your binary and then binary XOR and OR. Then your less than, greater than, equal to comparison operator. Then equality operator, you have assignment operator. These are very much simple. Yes, this is identity operator. This is like it's also very simple, whether you are checking is or is not using these two. So this is one is and one is not. Okay. Then similarly we have in, not in, for membership, whenever you are checking whether that particular element is present inside a particular list or a tuple or not. So there you can use whether in or not in. Then logical operators, so you can use not, or, and. So this is the order of precedence. Okay. Then if else, I'll quickly jump. Everybody knows about it. If condition, then if else, then nested if. So if the condition is true, then it's going to execute some statements. Then if it is not true, then it will not do anything, because else part is not there. So simple example is, if true, it will just print this. If false, it is not going to print, because by default it is true. True means here one. So it's going to print expression is true. And if it is false, it's not going to print no output for this. Similarly, we have normal conditions where we don't have else part. We are checking whether a given number is divisible by 2 or not. So here it is, we're using the modulus operator, and it means it is going to check the remainder. So if the remainder is equal to 0, then the number is even, so it's correct. So if okay, let me do this one. Okay, it's very simple only. So enter the number. Suppose if I'll give 10, so number is even, it is typing, because it is checking 10 modular division 2, so it is getting the remainder. So this remainder is checking with the 0. So if it is true, then it will print number is even. So in this case, 10 modulus 2 equal to 0, so 0 equal to 0, true, then it's going to print. Then if I'm going to give 11, so it's not going to do anything, because else part is not written here. So else part will have next. So similarly, we are checking whether we are taking three numbers A, B, C, and we are checking A greater than B and A greater than C, then A is largest. This is very much, simple program. B greater than A, B greater than C, it is largest. Then if C is greater than A, C greater than B, then C is largest. So this is very simple. Now we'll go to else part, if else. So if it is true, then it will execute this statement. And if it is false, then it is going to execute some other statement. So it will be like if expression statement. If the condition is true, then if it is not true, then it will execute this. And remember one thing, here in Python you have to give this symbol after if condition. So if age is greater than equal to 18, then you are eligible to vote, else you are not eligible to vote right now, you have to wait. So you have to write else here like this, else, then your colon, then you have to give your print statement. So this is same thing, there is no difference, I have already discussed. It is just having else additionally. Else part is here, the given number is odd. Then else if, or it is called as elif in Python. So if the condition is true, then it will execute this statement. Then if it is not true, then it will execute, it will check for another condition. Then if it is true, then it will execute this statement. Then if it is not true, then it is going to check some other condition. Then if it is true, then it will check, it will execute this statement. And if it is not true, then it will finally go to else condition. So I'll take one example because it is slightly important. If expression, so this is one expression, it will check for this condition. If this is true, it will execute this one. Then elif, it is written as elif. Generally in other programming language we have written else if, but here we are writing elif. Then second condition we are giving, then the statement, then elif, third condition, then statement, then else, then last your statement. So this can be used like this. This is one example. Enter a number. If it is number equal to 5, then it is going to print the given number is 5. If it is 10, then it's going to print 10. If it is 15, then it's going to print this one. If nothing apart from 5, 10, 15 is given, suppose I have entered 1, then it's going to print the given number is not equal to 5, 10, or 15. So it will be like this: if first condition, else if second condition, else if third condition, and finally the else part. Same thing. One more example. There is no much difference. We are checking the marks, whether it is falling in the category of 85 to 100, or 60 to 85, or 40 to 60, or 30 to 40. If nothing is coming into this category, then finally else part is try again. So it is less than 30, and it will just print try again. So next is nested if. So if inside one more if, so the first condition, if this is true, then it is going to execute one more condition, then the statement. If this is false, then it will just come out of it. And if first condition is true and first condition is true and second condition is false, it's going to execute this statement, and finally it will come out of the if statement and execute other statements. Okay, so the syntax is like this. Same thing. If inside another if, so if this condition is true, it will go inside and it will check for this. If this is true, then first division. Else if it is greater than equal to 40, less than 60, then second division, then third division, then you have not passed the exam, try again, closing the program. It is just a kind of statement. Once it is coming out of the both the ifs, It'll just print closing out of the program. Let me show you this one. So if I'll execute this one, enter a mark, suppose I'll give 100. You have passed the exam, first division, closing the program. It is not required. Just I wanted to show you that this print is out of this whole print. So then this print is, sorry, this if is till this point, and this if is till this point, till this with else. So we have this one. So if I'll have, like, suppose for example I'm entering 25. So you have not passed the exam, try again, closing the program. So this is the example of nested if. Then yeah, so this is all about if else. We can jump to loop. Loop again, I mean, it's very much same with the other programming language. So it will check for the condition. If it is true, then it will just keep on iterating till the condition become false. So once it is false, then it will just come out of the loop and it will just execute the next statement. So what is the benefit of loop? Code reusability. Like we can write some block of code, and I want to suppose I have written some 100 lines of code and I want to repeat it for 5 times. So in that case, I can just loop it for 5 times. So code reusability. Then traverse over the elements of the data structure, like we could use for and while loop for list, tuple, dictionary, string. We can use for those data structures. So we have three loops here: for loop, while loop, do while loop, and then same for loop will work over here like variable sequence. I'll take one example here. So again, item in the sequence, I'll tell you what is here sequence. So here the sequence is your string. So this is your string, and I have stored Python. So now I am traversing all the items in my string. So it is getting first P, Y, T, H, O, N. So now if I'll give something, if I want to attach something to it, like for example, somebody had questioned about a list. I'll just give that example. Suppose this is my list, and I'm sorry. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now list. Okay, so see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now if I want to have something like I want to attach it, then I can do something like this. So it will not have that double quote, but again you're getting this. So without any double quote, so you can attach it. Okay, so for example, if I'll have uh, 10. Okay, now n equal to 10. So here uh, I want to print the 10 table. So I'll print 10 comma, just see carefully here. So then I'm sorry, okay, comma I. So what is it's going to print? 10 into this, like this it is going to print. So then I can give like n into I. Okay, so one more formatting I need, equal to, oh, I'm sorry for, so this is the formatting you can do. So I think somebody had asked some questions about this, so you can do like this. So you can always do some formatting in print. There are a lot of options we have in print. So try to use and see what is the difference. So this kind of formatting is very much possible in Python with the help of for and a little bit of formatting. So for is going to help you for repetition, and this is the formatting you need to do inside your print. So next, this is what I was talking about. So it is printing 5 table. There I did for uh, 10 table. So here I haven't done any kind of formatting. So it will just print like this, the result. That's it. And yes, this is also a big good thing that we are going to add all the elements in the list. So finally it is going to give 25. If I'll give something like you know then it is going to give some other results. So it is just pick all the elements from the list one after the other, then it is adding okay. So loop with the range, yeah. So here range I can use for start, stop and step size. So here for I in the range of when I say range of 10, it will just start from 0 and it will go till 9. So this is the use of range. And if I want to print in the same line, then you have to do a little bit of formatting like this. And if I'm deleting this one, then it will show like this. So this is what you can do formatting inside the print statement. So next is print table. Yes, this is same thing only. There is no much difference. So here you need to enter the number. Suppose I'll give 8. So it is going to print the 8 table completely from 1 to 10. So these are very much common. So quickly, this is printing even number. Then len function. Yes, this function you should know to calculate the length of the list. So it is calculating the length of this list. So this list has 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will calculate range of 4. So it will move from 0 to 3. So list of 0, list of 1, list of 2, list of 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to print according to that. So nested loop, one loop inside the other loop. So it is very much useful whenever you want to have a little bit of programming. Here if I print like this, so it is going to print like this. Then if I'll give some 10, yes. So one outer loop is for counting the rows, and inner loop is for counting the columns. Okay, so I can give anything over here. I can give some strict marks also. And if I'll give 10, it's going to print. If I'll give J, okay. If I'll give, okay, so the number it is printing right now. So pyramid I have showed you. So range, yes. So this range is, this is your start and stop. Okay, and uh, okay, one more thing here I want to tell you all here. Let me exit. So here in range you can give like for I in range 1 to 10. So okay, I'm sorry. Range. So print I. Anybody has any issues? I mean, so far because I'm going little fast. So any confirmation? Can you all? Can anyone give confirmation? Everything is understandable.
Yes, sir, it's clear to us.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
The Python, that's why it's much
Yeah,
easier for
so these are very much simple. Just wanted to, get confirmation from your side. So this is, see, here it is start and stop. I can use step size also. If I'll give 2, then what it is going to print is, see here, it is jumping, you know, 2 skips counting. I can start from 5 also. So this first parameter like start and see here. So this start and this step size are optional. Whenever I can use this one, but it'll take 0 to 9. So first and last parameter are optional, where the middle part, the stop is mandatory. So this is all about loops, and then break and continue. Same thing. There is no much difference in break and continue. So if you want to break your current loop, suppose for example, I'm running a loop here for loop, and I want to break it. So what break will do is it will just exit from the current loop. So the list is having 1 2 3 4. When it will just match with the element, and if it is 4, then it is item matched, so it is jumping out of the loop, outside of the for loop, and found at this count, and it is giving the location. So it is for like um, it is for just to give exiting from the current loop. Okay, so now next is your continue. So continue will skip actually. So what it will do is, for example, a lot of break examples are there. Kindly you can take this one and check. You can execute and check this one. Continue, what it will do is it will do just skip for that particular iteration. It will not exit the loop, but whenever it is 5, it is not going to print. It will just skip it. See here, 1 2 3 4. So whenever the element matches with 5, it will just skip and it will print the correct element. So this is all about continue. Hello,
So your voice is not coming, sir. I think there is a net problem at your end.
am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you are audible, but the screen is not shareable.
Yeah, yeah. 1 minute. Actually, some fluctuation happened.
Okay.
It fluctuated for 1 second actually. Is it now visible my screen?
Not yet, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now it's
Okay. Thank you. So the difference is like break. It is completely exiting from the current loop, but continue will just skip the current iteration. That's it. So that there is no other difference. That is the main difference. So this is all about continue. You can take some more examples. There is nothing more there, so you can take some examples. Then uh, next is pass. So this pass is useful whenever suppose you want to create your program, but you don't know initially what you want to write. For example, so you have started a project, but you know that you need to create uh, one add function, but currently you don't know what needs to be added. So I cannot leave this as like this, so it will throw some error, right? So it's saying that expected and indented block. So here I'll just say that pass. So your interpreter will go through. It will not ask for any, or it will not show any error. So this is the useful, I mean, this is where you can use the pass keyword. Okay. So this is pass, and there is no other thing inside pass. So you can go to your string. In string again, same thing. I mean, you can print, you are printing it here, and within triple quotes you can, this is all about creating string over here. So you can, one line you can assign like this, and multiple lines also you can assign like this using your triple quote. Okay, so next is indexing. Yes, these are, there are a lot of things, but I'm not sure whether I can cover everything or not. Okay, let me try. Here just, we are indexing, and if it is going out of bound, means 0 1 2 3 4, so it's going out of the boundary. So that is the reason we are getting the error. Otherwise it is just printing as we are expecting it. So if you are giving some value or some index value which is outside of this boundary, so it is giving me some error. The error is string index out of range. Okay, so this is known to everyone, I believe. Then given a string, again the same thing, the slicing operator, you can use it. You can go from 0 to last, then 1 to fourth element exactly, because upper boundary minus 1. Then second, from second to 4 minus 1, third index it is saying. Then 0 to, it is nothing is given, means it will start from 0 to second, because it is upper boundary minus 1. Then similarly for starts from 4 to 7th element. Okay, then yes, this reassigning part we'll see. Suppose we have one string, it is giving me error because you are reassigning a single element or one character from a string. So it is giving me the error. You cannot modify like this. Str object does not support item assignment. So this is, I mean, you should know this. Then your this is normal printing, it is doing uppercase and lowercase. Then yes, the string object, suppose if you want to delete one string using del keyword, uh, using del keyword. So let's give Python here. Okay, so now, okay, so let's remove str variable. Then I'm deleting str of 1. So str of 1 object, string object does not support item deletion. As I said that we cannot assign also. Here we cannot delete a single uh, character from a string, but we can delete the whole string itself. If you type del str1, just remove this one and now execute it. So currently we have str of str1 equal to Python. Now we are deleting the whole variable itself. Then we can do that. Then if I'm trying to print it, then it's giving me error that str1 is not defined. Okay, so then string operations, as I said that this is repetition operator and this is concatenation operator. Then next is same slicing operator. So yes, this is in and not in. So this is what I was talking about. So let's check this one. Yes, so take this one, and yes, and here I'm giving R because I want to just read this raw, string. So this can be done like this, as it is written, as it is you want, if you want. Okay, so you can use that. And this is little bit of like formatting with percentage s, then we are printing. And rest of the things like repetition, concatenation, slicing, it's very common. And here whether w is present inside str or not, so it is going to print false. Similarly wo, not in str1. So it is going to print false. So here we are using in and not in. Okay, so next is we have string formatting. Yes, this is your escape sequence. So somewhere we were discussing this. So you have escape sequence here. Okay, let me check. So in this case, we are going to get some error. Okay, because we are using double quote inside a double quote. So it's going to give some error. But after that, if I'm removing it, then I can get my output. So here I'm using like this. Inside triple quote I can use this, or else I can do some kind of inside single quote I can use this double quote. But again, after this double quote, if I want to use single quote, then I can give escape sequence here. Okay, so again, for this within the double quote, if I want to use double quote here, then I'll give escape sequence. So this is somewhere we have discussed. uh, so that is the reason I wanted to give. And then format method. So using format method, first value will go to the first curly brackets, and then the second value will go to the second. So similarly with this is uh, let me take this one and check. So here it is printing first and second. This is first and second sequential, it is printing. Now Virat and Rohit. Okay, so this will go to zero place, and this is go to first index. Okay, it will work like that. Then again, it is A equal to James, B equal to Peter, C equal to Ricky. So as per this kind of, like, you can say the keyword argument here it is. So as per that, it is jumping to the, I mean, it is assigning to the particular value, or you can say that arguments. So can anybody tell me what is the difference between arguments and parameters?
While declaring our functions, we use parameters, but while oh sorry, I think, and while calling a function, we use parameters. So this is the difference: calling and declaring, sir, defining.
See, while calling, it should be your arguments, and whenever you are defining it, then it
And
is called as parameters. Okay, so that is the difference between arguments and parameters. And next is your um, percentage. Like, it is very much simple. Percentage D for integer here. I'm using it, this integer, float, then string. So this integer contain 10, float contain 1.290, then string contain string. So for that, it is just like C only. Percentage D, percentage C we have used in C. So here the same thing. Okay, so this is bit of using percentage operator here for formatting. Then string functions. Okay, we have a lot of functions here. Okay, I'm going to tell you my source of the training and everything. But again, first of all, I'm going to tell that this is Java T point I use. Apart from that, I use um, documentations from Python. Then I have taken some kind of materials from Udemy, then Simply Learn. So there are a lot of, I mean, tutorials points. So those are the things I use for myself. So generally you also can refer, also you can suggest also to me, because you people are a lot of, people are experimenting or doing some research or doing some training. So you might be knowing few of the things better than me, definitely, for sure, I'm telling you. So these are the general things I'm referring currently. And apart from that, there are a lot of other things, like uh, other things towards data science. Some website is there, some URL, you can check it out. Okay, so there you'll get it. So this Python strings functions I'm going to uh, show from this tutorials. Sorry, Java T point. So I was inside string, right? Yes, string. So inside string, you are going to get all the functions over here. So towards the end, actually it's very difficult because there are a lot of functions are there. Definitely it's going to be very difficult to finish it. See here. So these are the string functions we have. Capitalize case fold. Please go through it, check it. I never got chance to check each and every functions present inside string functions, but definitely I'll encourage you people to go through the each and every functions and see the difference, how it works, how it can be used, where you can use it. So definitely I'll suggest you people should go and check. So some of the functions like this len and all, these are very much common, and I mean generally we use it in a day-to-day life, but I would suggest that please go through it and check it. I cannot finish all these functions in my session, so please check that one. Okay, so now after string, uh, we have uh, we
So
have
there is one function CMP which is used to compare the two strings.
correct, correct,
It's
correct.
working, it's working in some of the computers, and some of the computers it is not working. Then why there is an issue?
Can you please check with the versions, because it should not be like it should be depending upon the computer. It should be definitely with the versions, because a lot of modifications generally come with latest versions. So maybe it is not supporting some of the older versions. Maybe I'm not sure about it. So
Sir,
please check the version.
my version is 3.8 and it's not working here. And
Hello.
if we have to import any module to run
Yes.
this, which, which one is that?
See, for generally for this kind of applications, so I mean, you should be able to do that, but check your versions and which version you have, and it should not be depending upon the system.
Okay, sir, no problem, sir. We'll manage. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Just go through it, check that one, because I have never, checked like that in different machines. So it is working for me in my laptop, so I never checked like that. So kindly check that one, the versions and all. Apart from versions, I don't think there is some issues with anything else. Okay, then list again the same thing, but slightly, it is in descriptive manner it is given. So it is ordered format, it can be accessed by index, it is mutable in nature. I have already discussed everything, almost everything. So same thing, we are just printing some, taking some, creating some list variable, then we are printing it. Then start, stop, and step size, you can do that. I have done for loop. Okay, then same thing, and yes, whenever you are doing, you can do like this -1. So -1 will start from the back end means from the last. So I'm going to tell that one little bit quickly. I can just drag my, okay, so list. Okay, list. So here I'll tell you. See, this is normally 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So list of 0 will get this, list of 1 will get this, list of 2 will get this, similarly, so on. So now for this is your backward directions. So you should be careful, because sometimes I have seen that some gate question paper for MTech and all, there you'll get some kind of tricky question. So it starts like this: -1, -2, -3, -4, -6, like that. So if I'll say and, so it should print this side or this side. Whenever you are getting time, just do this. So this is slightly, some kind of tricky questions you might get somewhere. If you're teaching someone, he might ask you some questions like that. So please check that one. updating list values, as I said, that I can do like this with the index. I can update it, I can assign some value to it, then I can do some, adding multiple element. List 1 and 3 89 70, it will get added. See here, list 1 and 3 89 78. So 10 is added like this directly. Then minus 1 means last, so 6 will get replaced with 25. So 6 is getting replaced with 25. So just do that, I don't have time. So similarly for same thing, it is given multiple time. So then with the list, what operations you can do? You can do always repetition operator, I have explained. Then concatenation also I have explained. Membership also I have explained, if one particular element is present in the given list or not. Iteration I have explained. Length also I have explained. So just go through this and do it. And then adding elements to the list like this you can do. So this is the whole range and you are adding. So initially you are uh, let's take this example. This is nice example, let's do it. Okay, so here this is your empty list. So now enter the number of elements in the list. I'll give 3. Okay, enter the first item, I'll give 11. Enter the second item, 5. Enter the third item, 3. So now my list is 11 5 3. So using this I'm just traversing and I'm showing it. So first of all it was empty list, then I'm taking the size, then within this it is trying to get 0 to n, and exactly it is n minus 1 because it is starting from 0. Then it is simply getting the inputs from the user and it is appending to the list. So L is my list and it is appending one after the other. So that is the reason when I entered 11, it first entered 11. Then when I gave 5, it added 5 or appended 5. Then similarly 3 is appended to the list. Okay, so this is all about your, like, doing some kind of updation to the list. Then yes, these are the things you can do using list. Okay, I was here. Okay, so removing elements from the list, you can use remove function. So let's check this very quickly. Yes, so I'm removing here my this element. So printing original list. So original list was 0 1 2 3 4. So here it is just printing using for loop. Then I'm removing list of remove 2. So remove 2 here is element 2. It is not with the index, it is with the element. If I'll give remove 3, then I mean fourth element, or you can say that the number with 3 will get removed. Okay, so if I'll give 30 here, 33. Okay, this is giving me error, so I need to give here 33. So it is checking as per the element, exactly the matching with the element. Okay, so next is, yes, anybody wants to ask something? Because I'm going too fast, I can understand, but you can always have that freedom to ask me any question. Okay, so Python list built-in functions, comparison function, list 1 and list 2, then len, we have checked this one. Maximum you can find, it's very simple, it will find the maximum of maximum number from the given list. Similarly the minimum, similarly the sequence, it is just,
Sorry, sorry for
yes.
interruption. First point, okay, sir. Actually, sir, in the first point it is mentioned that this method is not used in the Python 3 and above versions, and we have a Python 3.8. That's why it's not working.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
That is what I said. I didn't check this one also. And
older
I told you that yeah, older version we had. So currently we don't have this one.
yes.
So
Okay.
that is the reason you are not getting it. Because I was sure, because it should not be depending upon the system. I'm for sure I can tell that. Okay, definitely it is with the versions only. So there are something they are removing, they're adding, they keep on upgrading. So just be careful and you can just always check if it doesn't work. So append function we can use like this. It is going to append numbers, sorry, elements in the list. Okay, so it is appending whatever is there in the list 1, it is taking from there and it is appending in the list 2. If it is not there, it is getting added. So here it is 2 is repeated. So let's check this code, and it should not repeat. It should not repeat 2 multiple times, because it is checking before appending it. See, 2 is not getting repeated. So before that, it is getting 2 2. Okay, then 65 65. So it is checking before appending, it is checking whether if it is there or not. If it is there, then it should not append. If it is not there, then it should append. Then this is all about, I mean, this is last one, list 2. The common element, it is finding the common element. It is just checking x equal to y. So if it is there, it will just find. So here in the given 2 list, only the common element is 2. So it is printing 2. So this is all about list. Then tuples. How can you can create tuples like this? I have already discussed. Then this is the type of data type of tuple 1 2 3 t1 t2 t3. Then here, creating a tuple with single element. Yes, this is one of good example. Little bit tricky. So suppose if you're writing like this, then you are giving double quote, then it is doing the string. I mean, it is creating the string variable. But if you want to have, you want to create only a tuple with single element, then you have to give this comma. So just be careful. uh, then only it is considered as tuple. Otherwise, in the first case, it is considered as str, means string. Okay, so now this is tuple is indexed. As I said, that it works same as list when you compare with respect to the index. Only the difference is it is read only. That's it. And finally, you'll be getting that comparison also. Same thing, 0 1 2 3. It is just accessing the elements as per the index. And this is same thing, using slicing operator. You can using index, you'll get like this. Okay, so negative indexing -1 -4, I have told you this for list. So kindly check for this in case of tuple also. Okay, then deleting tuple, you can use del operator. I mean del keyword, I'm sorry. So this del keyword you can use, but again, you cannot delete one component of this. You can use one item from the tuple. You have to delete the complete tuple itself. Okay, so then this is the operator. What are the operators we can use with tuple? First is repetition, concatenation, then your membership iteration, then length, and then the function cmp, length, max, mean, tuple. These are the things you have. Then this is your difference between list and tuple. So here the syntax is this. I would love to see those differences, as somebody has said about it, what is the size and storage and all. Definitely I'm going to check that one. So but currently I have these many differences in front of me. So this is quite understandable. Mutable, not mutable, this is variable length, this is fixed length, and this is having more functionality than a tuple. It has very less functionality. So based on your requirement, yes, the list are less memory efficient than tuple. Okay, okay, it takes a lot of memory, you can say that. And here in case of tuple, it is very much memory efficient. But what is the reason, how it is being done internally? I would love to see that. So definitely I'll do something about it. I'll do some research on that. So then set operations, generally you all know that whenever it is finite, I mean, like suppose for days you have from Monday to Sunday here. So you are using set operations here. Set what do you call that, set method, or directly with curly braces also you can do that, or you have that set method also. So using set method, you can do like this. So with curly braces, you don't have to do your square bracket or parenthesis. But here, in case of method, you need to enclose the all the elements first in square bracket, then inside the parenthesis like a function, because this set is itself a function. So using this we can do that. So there are two methods of creating set variable. First is this one with curly braces, and here curly brackets, and here using the set method. So please do check these two things. Then we have operations, union, intersection. I'll just quickly go through that. Adding items to the set using add. Okay, using add method you can do like this. This is very much straightforward. Then you have update. Using update function you can do this. So just with this, these values will get appended over here. Okay, but yes, discard, yes, discard and remove. This is one good questions. Maybe if somebody is appearing for exams, what is the difference between discard and remove? So discard, uh, so whenever discard you'll use, it will not give you any error if that item is not present. So that is what it is saying. The difference between this function is using discard function, if the item does not exist in the set, then set remain unchanged, whereas remove method will go through an error. So remove is like it is checking, and if it is not there, definitely it will give you one error. And if you're using discard, then it will just smoothly go through it. So it is very much useful whenever you never know that what is the element you are going to I mean what is the element present inside the set method. So in that case you can always discard, and if you're sure about it, then definitely you can use remove. Okay, so this is the difference. Remove function is very straightforward. So you are going to remove from the original set, you are going to remove January. So it will remove January. Okay, so this is now removed, I believe. Yes. So this thing you can always check from the first set. January was there, but now we don't have January. Okay, so just quickly check in our program just to show you it's working. See here, as I said that there is no order in this. So even though the first element was January, but it is printing in somewhere in the middle. So this is what I'm printing over here, but it is printing in the middle. So there is no proper order. Now, if I want to remove one element and that element is January, so it will just remove. Then May also I want to remove. Then my set will become the set minus from January and May. So January and May is not there right now. So it is just modified set now. Okay, now I'll go to, I want to take that union and intersection part. So remaining things you can do that very easily, but this is very much interesting. So this union operator, yes. So this is really interesting. You will see that what is the you know what exactly it is doing. So currently I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And here in days two, in second set, I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So what is the common in between? There is no, yes, Sunday is common. See here, how many times Sunday is printed? So it is printed only once, right? Okay. Similarly, uh, any other common? No, there is, okay, only one day is common, right? Yes, so this Sunday is common. Here it was present in the first set, and here in the second set also it was present. So as we know that by the definition of set, whenever we are doing union, then there should not be any duplication of the data. So here, even though we have getting the union, and there is repetition Sunday, multiple sets, so still it will just take only once. So that is the definition of the set. Okay, so there should not be any repetition. So then after that intersection also, yes, you can either use this operator. This is union operator, see here, and same thing you can do through union function also. So there is no difference, only you can use, okay, union function here. Okay, so similarly intersection. So intersection means only the common thing will come here. See here, first one was having Monday, and this one also is having Monday, and second for Tuesday, and rest of the things are like additional things. So these two, Monday and Tuesday, will come over here. So this is the intersection in set. Okay, so this is the intersection. It means only the common element will be taken over here. Similarly, you can use your method also, intersection method. So this is the method name, same output you will get. Okay, and there is one more thing. Yes, intersection update. So this is really interesting. You should definitely know this. uh, See here, in first case, A equal to Devansh Bob Castle, and B is Castle Dude Amy Way, something randomly they've taken. Three sets they've created: A, B, C, Fusion, then Gaurav and Castle again. So A dot intersection update B C. So what is it's doing? So Castle is common here, 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 right? So then what A is doing the intersection update with B. So it is doing the intersection, means it is taking the common element, and it is updating also with respect to B and C. So what is the common element in 3? Castle. This one. So it is A updating with the common element, and it is updating itself. Now A is having only one value, that is Castle. Is it clear to everyone? This is really little bit of interesting things. Okay, so only, I mean, the things that I feel that it should you should know, at least I should discuss here, those part I'm taking right now. So difference between two sets, like minus operator, you can do that, it's very easy. Then using this function also you can do that. So here the difference is days 1, days 2 is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Here Monday, Tuesday, Sunday. So here the difference is Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so it will print Thursday and Wednesday. Okay, so it will always days 1 minus 2 minus days 2. So that is the reason Sunday is not considered. Okay, so similarly days 1 dot difference with respect to days 2, you will write like this. Okay, then symmetric difference, this is also one interesting one. So you can use this using this operator. So using this operator, yes, 1 2 3 4 5 6, then 1 2 9 8 10. So what is it's doing? It is taking all the elements that is not common. So 1 2 is common here, 1 2 is common here in the both the sets. So here from the first set it is taking 3 4 5 6, and from the second set it is taking 9 8 10. So this is all about your um, symmetric difference. Okay, so similarly using this function you can do the same thing. There is no difference at all, only using this method you can do it. Then set comparisons, here we have three sets, and you are just calculating with greater than less than. You please do this. This is pretty straightforward. So it will just give you true false like that. Okay, frozen sets means once it is having the element, now it is frozen after that. So the frozen sets are immutable, so you cannot change the value of the frozen sets. Okay, so normal sets you can change it, but in frozen sets you cannot change it. Okay, then again you have add function over here. This will give an error since you cannot change the element. It will behave like a tuple. Okay, then for dictionary, you please check this one, how this frozen set you can use with the dictionary. So first of all, I have dictionary with the name, country and ID. Now the type of dictionary, it will print as dictionary. Now the frozen set, what frozen set, it is the variable and this is the function. So in this function I'm just passing this variable here. So the frozen set will contain the keys of the dictionary. So it will take the keys of the dictionary, means name, country and ID. So now my frozen set will have only name, country and ID. Using for loop, I'm using for loop and traversing all the elements in the frozen set, and I'm getting all the elements as name, country, and ID. And whenever I'm trying to print the data type of frozen set, it is giving me frozen set. So this is little bit new things. I mean, hopefully you might be knowing, you few people might be knowing, but definitely it is little bit good one. Then set programming examples. This is common. I have already done it. Discard. I mean, discussed it. Update. How to update. Then union. Then intersection. So I have already discussed everything. Intersection. Then yes, this is a new one. So we should see this. Uh, yes. So this is like this is first set, second set, and third set. We have Peter, James, Cameron, Ricky, Cameron, Washington, Peter, then Peter. So Peter, Peter, Peter. So now is subset, it is checking equal to set one greater than equal to set two. Okay. So set one greater than equal to set two. True or false. So it is false, it is printing. Okay, now set 1 less than equal to set 2. Set 1 set less than equal to set 2, this is also false, because these all are having different additional elements. Okay, so now for 3, set 3 less than equal to set 2, set 3 less than equal to set 2, yes, it is true, because this Peter is present in set 2. So this is true. Similarly, for set 2 greater than equal to set 3, set 2 greater than set 3, yes, this is also true. Okay, so this is yes, some built-in functions for this set: add, clear, copy. Oops, it is going to somewhere. uh, yes, add, clear, copy. Okay, so please check this. And this is all about update. I have discussed symmetric difference, we have discussed union, remove, pop also is there. We can take one element from there, remove and return an arbitrary set element, that is the last element of the set. Okay, so this is called pop. Then Python dictionary. So again, with the key and value, you'll have your dictionary. So using type, you can see the data type here, it is dictionary, it is showing. Now you can use some function. So this is your creating dictionary, then using uh, dict method. So this is the function. So using dict method, you can create a dictionary, creating a dictionary with dict method. Okay, so then you can access the values like this. It is very much simple. With percentage it is giving. Okay, so then just like formatting it in a proper way, so that you are going to get your results in a proper way. Okay, then some function I'm going to discuss about this dictionary. Let me find out those functions now. Okay. Yes, del you can use for deletion. Okay, then you can use dig.pop. Okay, so this will pop this last value. So then after that you'll get only Java, T point, and Peter. You're going to get, so last element got popped out using dot pop, and this is the key, using the key. So deleting a key, using this key you are deleting. Okay, then iterating. So this is, I mean, very much simple. So you are just iterating with all the elements, with the key here, name is salary and company. Okay, so next is mm, same thing, we're just traversing through the index. We're just traversing all the elements, and then here the index is will be your key. Then using values, so values will get you only this: John 29, salary John 29, 25,000, then Google. Yes, these four things you'll get. Okay, similarly, properties of dictionary. So with the help of items, you can see all the items, XY key value pair, you can see. Yes, anybody wants to ask any questions? I heard. Somebody has unmuted. Okay, let's go.
Sir, it's me, Dr. Vipin Pal, from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I know that the information is very informative,
Yeah.
but I think so we should stop now because
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Actually, even I was going little bit, in a fast way so that I can cover a lot of things. I tried my best. See,
no.
honestly speaking, this.
You have tried very best, and that information are really good, and that I would like to appreciate. Even after the time is over, your speed has not increased. So, because you want to learn, you want to make the participant learn. So, I'm
Yes.
very thankful to you for that you have given extra effort.
Yeah. Yeah.
But participant, I think we should end this session now because that session should be ended by 4 p.m.
Yes.
That,
Yes. Yes.
that Patra sir has taken that almost 45 minutes, and that is quite. I'm very thankful to Mr. Patra for that. So I think so that information was that session was very informative, and in that last session that Patra sir has taken, that was really very interesting. So from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, I would like to thank Mr. Patra for that these two quite informative sessions. So thank you, Mr. Patra, for being such a good and that also that patience resource person for the audience. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So I think so.
Thank you, Patra sir, from all the participants also. We are very blessed to have you on this session, sir. Thanks a lot for that.
Even I learned a lot of things from you, and I mean, it's really, I'm fortunate that I'm giving a kind of session to all the, all the teachers, all the lectures like you all. So I'm blessed actually. I feel that I'm blessed that I'm in front of you and presenting something in front of you. And definitely, given a chance, if I'll get some other chance, definitely I'd love to have you people like discussing. It's a kind of like very much interactive, and definitely I would love to have you people and discuss. And even I learn a lot of things from you people also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful and informative session.
Thank you. So I'll share my all the documents with Bunil sir. You can get it just now within 5-10 minutes. I'll share in zip folder, so you can contact with him.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.